Mic check, mic check, mic check. All right. Welcome to the Garage Series, guys. I'm feeling gritty. I want to get out here and just be in an environment that I feel like this is where I can build. That's kind of what I feel when I'm around here in the garage. I'm just waking up out of my summer. It's time to get locked in. The market's heating up, elections heating up, interest rates coming down. There's a lot of really exciting things going on. And the things that I'm particularly interested, like in crypto, it's all beginning to happen. So let me just start off with a few thoughts. There's 3 areas where I'm really going to be doubling down between now and the end of the year. This is basically my New Year's. Let me just change this on real quick. So I have this old computer and it's got a bunch of like old music on it. I'm trying not to get a copyright though. All right. So let's just start off with some basics here. Number 1, life is going to become more hyper-focused on business, performance, in the 3 areas that I care about, the 3 areas that I'm really focused on this channel, which is just sort of my training and my health goals. I think I've been good at maintaining, but it's time to really just dial it in. Switching up my training a little bit because I feel like training as a bodybuilder, you kind of like, you train for aesthetics, but your mobility suffers and you can't move as easily and you're not really athletic. And so I'm actually going to be focusing more on some athleticism in combination with the resistance training, because that way you can get both aesthetics and performance. So you'll see that mostly on my IG. That's where I post a lot of my stuff. The second thing that I'm really focused on right now is business. I'm doubling down on a lot of digital kind of aesthetic dentistry stuff. I have big goals in the future to basically put diamonds in teeth, veneers, all that kind of stuff. And I'm about 14 years in. I really enjoy that aspect of dentistry. It's fun for me. And of course I like the surgery and stuff like that, but just doubling down on that aspect of what I do, and then just trying to expand the business and grow, stay focused on working with good people. And I actually have this goal to live stream, my entire days as I work. And I just want to do that because I know it's just not something that I know most people would be interested in, but there are things that happen throughout the day that, like, I think from a live streaming point of view would be really interesting to share, just a in the moment thought, right? So I kind of have that planned. The other aspect is really about wealth building strategies, family stuff, and obviously crypto. Crypto, especially DeFi outside of Bitcoin, has really been moving slow, and a lot of people are like, oh, you should have just invested in Bitcoin. And I completely disagree. I mean, the truth is you use Bitcoin as a leader, right? But you don't buy the blue chip expecting to get, leverage on whatever returns you can get, right? So Bitcoin, let's say it goes to 100K, from here, you're only getting 50% return. If it gets to 100K, if it goes to 200K, maybe go up by 2x. I mean, these are cool and all. And I know some of you would be like, man, 200% return would be amazing. It's true. It's true. In the stock market, that's like unheard of. Well, not really, but you'd have to basically pick a flyer and hope that it works out. I believe in DeFi. I really do. I believe in this world where you can just freely transact with smart contracts and you don't actually have to have a bunch of people in the middle. This wasn't a fad. It wasn't a trend. It was like the thing we continue to use. And it's incredible. Oh man, this is really taking me back. Let me just change this. So when I think about this cycle, here's a few thoughts I have. Number one, I'm still doubling down on strong communities because the scams are everywhere. At least the community is going to provide you some cover. They're going to try to, protect the community, protect each other. You build relationships that can last outside of crypto. It's an exciting thing to invest in when you invest with a community, and I think Balaji really has it right, where you build your networks outside in the cloud, and then it becomes real. And that's really the new way that I think that communities are built in the cryptocurrency world. We're built online, and then we get together in the real world. This cycle, I see a lot of key sort of communities growing from here. Look at what happened with XRP. They finally settled with the SEC. They can move on. Look at Tron Fly. I mean, this is what I love about crypto. You think you know, and you don't. You don't know what's going to go. But what I do know is that at a minimum, you need a community that's absolutely psycho who can suffer through bear markets and still be around, because I see way too many communities kind of pseudo get built, and then as soon as things get rough, they disappear. So what are those communities that stuck around? Obviously Bitcoin was one of them, Ethereum as well. Ethereum's still the DeFi king. But if you want leverage on Ethereum and Bitcoin, in other words, if you want, when they go up, yours to go up even more, you have to be in projects and communities that stick around when it gets really, really bad. Now, this brings me to a really key thing that I've realized, is that I am that person. I am literally that person that's so crazy, I will stick around when it seems like all is lost. And I know a lot of people will see that as cope, and it's like, yeah, I just don't need it. I just don't need it. I, on the other hand, cannot wait for it to work out and then just smile because I was right. That's what I like. And I've done this in many areas of my life when it looked like things were not really going my way. And then I just stuck it out, waited, and I just continued to smile. So this is my investing thesis. This is how I approach things. I really have a very long-term view on things, and I am absolutely in no rush. I put myself in a position where I just don't need it right now. And when you don't need it right now, there's no deadline where it has to be